Minneapolis is the coldest major city in the United States, with millions of people choosing to put up with the cold and snow in order to live in the area. But why is this city here in the first place, and what makes it unique today? Let's meet Minneapolis. Minneapolis exists today because of this waterfall, St. Anthony Falls. It was named by the French missionary Father Hennepin in 1680 and is the only natural waterfall on the Mississippi River. That made it the head of navigation, or the furthest place upstream on the river that boats were able to go. In 1819, the United States built Fort Snelling near a bend in the Mississippi, and soldiers started using the power of the falls. Initially, a lumber mill was built, but that eventually was replaced by flour mills. The village of Minneapolis was incorporated in 1867 and would go on to become the world leader in flour production, earning the nickname Mill City. Although none of the riverside mills are in operation today, the city has still continued to grow. This is in large part due to the city's corporate environment, with many Fortune 500 companies such as United Health Group, Target, Best Buy, and General Mills calling the city home. The population of Minneapolis itself is around 430,000, which makes it the 46th largest city in the country. This ranking is a little misleading, though, considering the size of the Minneapolis Skyline, which I will talk about in a second. The Twin Cities metro area contains about 3,629,000, making it the 16th largest metro in the country. The Minneapolis skyline is one of the best in the United States. Its three tallest buildings are all roughly the same height and give the skyline a nice shape, and they are all unique, which helps the overall look of the skyline. I always like to rank skylines by the average height of their tallest 5 skyscrapers, and when using this measurement, Minneapolis comes out as the 13th tallest skyline in the country, which significantly outperforms its population ranking. The tallest building is the Glass IDS Center, which officially stands at 791 feet. Now, the title of tallest building in the city is somewhat controversial. When the building was completed in 1972, the height of the roof was 775 feet, and that is what was considered to be the top of the building. However, in 1992, the Capella Tower was built. It was supposed to be a foot shorter than the IDS Center out of respect, but in 2005, it was revealed that the contractors had added 14 inches of height to the tower, which made it the tallest in the city. In 2005, Emporis decided to include the garage for the window washing equipment as part of the building's height, giving the IDS Center an additional 16 feet. Although the title of tallest building in the city is disputable, the IDS Center does actually hold the national record for the tallest skyscraper with glass curtain walls. The bottom of the IDS Center has the Crystal Court, which is a glass-covered 23,000 square foot urban park. The park features a 105-foot waterfall in the middle and is a major hub of the Minneapolis Skyway system. There are several foods that Minneapolis is famous for, but none more than the Juicy Lucy burger. The Juicy Lucy is a burger that has melted cheese in the middle of a thick patty. Most burger pubs in the city offer some version of the Juicy Lucy, although there are only 4 that claim to be the home of the Juicy Lucy. Another food the area is known for is tater tot hot dish. In Minnesota, they call it hot dish, but really it's just another way of saying casserole. When Jimmy Fallon came for the Super Bowl, he visited a Minnesota family's home just to try their tater tot hot dish. Another food popular to the city are fried cheese curds. When I visited Minneapolis on a recruiting trip, the recruiter was sure to take me to Red Cow for the famous cheese curds. The curds were so good, I ended up taking the job and moving to the area. Lastly, there is Minneapolis-style pizza, which is just a thin, circular pizza that happens to be cut into squares. What makes it unique is that it's pizza that is impossible to eat with your hands. Minnie is a Sioux word that means water, and Apolis is a Greek word for city, so Minneapolis translates to Water City. When you're visiting the parks in the area, you realize just how fitting that nickname is. Minnehaha Regional Park is just south of the city, and it encompasses the famous Minnehaha Falls. The falls are 53 feet high and are surrounded by limestone. To the southwest of the city is a recreational area known as the Chain of Lakes. This area is comprised of 4 different lakes that are essentially linked together by walking and biking paths. Lake Harriet has a large and beautiful band shell where there are free concerts in the evening throughout the summer. Between the downtown and the Mississippi River is the Mill City area, which includes the Gold Medal Park. The park has a hill that overlooks the Mississippi River. Near the park is the famous Stone Arch Bridge that was converted into a walking and biking path in 1994. The city of Minneapolis is known for its art scene, and the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden is a great example of that. Just to the west of downtown is an 11-acre park with 40 permanent art installations. It's the largest urban sculpture garden in the country. The centerpiece of the garden is the Spoon Bridge and Cherry. I think it's safe to say that the 7,000-pound sculpture is a little goofy, but the city has really come to embrace it. Along with the sculpture garden, the city has several amazing art museums. The most visited is the Minneapolis Institute of Art. It was one of my favorite places to go while I lived in the Twin Cities. The huge museum has almost 90,000 pieces of artwork from a wide range of genres. The museum is free, although a donation is recommended. Other museums include the Mill City Museum, which is literally built in the remains of what used to be the world's largest flour mill, the American Swedish Institute, and the Weizmann Art Museum. There isn't a long list of movies that have been filmed in Minneapolis, but there are still a few classics. The most famous movie filmed in Minneapolis is arguably Mighty Ducks, which makes sense that it would take place here considering the area's love for hockey. Some of the other movies filmed in or near the city include Purple Rain and Jingle All the Way. One of the things that makes Minneapolis unique is its massive skyway system. Almost the entire downtown is connected by enclosed bridges or skyways between the buildings. The system is a labyrinth, with a cumulative length of about 8 miles. This allows pedestrians to move throughout the city without having to endure the famously frigid Minnesota winters. The skyways do come at a cost, though, and that is that downtown Minneapolis can feel pretty empty and dead at times because everyone is inside. Another unique aspect of Minneapolis is its theaters. On a per capita basis, the Twin Cities have more theater ticket sales than any city other than New York. That is part of why Minneapolis is called the Mini-Apple. One of the most famous of these theaters is the Guthrie Theater on the banks of the Mississippi. The amazing theater has several observation decks to view the river or the skyline, and they are free to the public. As a sports fan, I also need to mention the US Bank Stadium. This home of the Vikings was built in 2016 on the site of the old Metrodome. The stadium has the appearance of a Star Destroyer. Its roof is transparent, which provides natural lighting for games, and the stadium has the largest 4 rotating doors in the world. Although this last item is a few miles south of Minneapolis, I couldn't make a video about Minneapolis and not include the Mall of America. The mall actually sits on the site of the old Metropolitan Stadium, where the Vikings and Twins originally played. The mall is the largest in the country and has a whopping 5.6 million square feet of building area, making it significantly larger than the next largest mall on the list. The center of the mall is an indoor theme park called Nickelodeon Universe. The roof of the theme park is made up of 8 acres of skylight to provide natural light to the park. The mall has 4 levels in some sections and has over 500 stores. I've been to other large malls like the King of Prussia Mall near Philly, but none that I've been to can hold a candle to the Mall of America. Thank you for watching this video about Minneapolis. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. I'm going to be posting videos regularly about different cities throughout the world, and so if you enjoy cities and learning about what makes them unique, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.